So look, y'all, I'm kind of feeling some type of way. Get down. I'm feeling some type of way. I'm feeling some type of way because it feels like y'all forgot. And I don't know if it's just me, but I noticed that every time that Islam Makhachev finishes a fight, it's like, oh yeah, that's clearly the best in the world. And then somebody like Ilia Topuria, or at the time Alex Pereira comes through, have a crazy performance, crazy highlight reel, and it's like, well, actually, he's the number one pound for pound. And I do think Ilia Topuria is the rightful number one pound for pound. If Islam goes up, champ beats JDM, I think Islam should be number one pound for pound. But I think it's correct to have Ilia at number one pound for pound. That's not the argument I'm trying to make. But it's just the fact that nobody's talking about Islam. People are looking at the Islam versus Dustin Poirier fight, which, although it was competitive, like, people call that a domination. I wouldn't go that far. It was competitive, but it was a clear winner. You know what I mean? Like, I'm tired of people saying a 49-46 is dominant when every round is low-key kind of competitive. I don't like that. I don't really like that. Like, Dustin Poirier versus Max Holloway 2, 49-46, Dustin Poirier, but it was a competitive fight. It was a competitive fight. Even the third fight, competitive fight. But there was a clear winner. There was a clear speed disadvantage. There was a clear winner. You see what I'm saying? Like, Mahomed Ankalaev versus Alex Pereira. Magomed dominated Alex. And it's because we're used to seeing Alex go out there, starch people, impose his will. And he didn't do that in that fight. But at the end of the day, he lost to 48-47 and got dominated. That's annoying. But people are looking at the fact that Dustin Poirier was able to give Islam Makhachev a Staffgate. There was staff. But look, people are looking at Dustin Poirier being able to give Islam Makhachev some trouble in the wrestling. The Volkanovski 1 performance, obviously, and looking at JDM, he's a bigger guy than Volkanovski, who's going to have the same training that Volkanovski did with Craig Jones in the specifics, who's going to have the same defensive wrestling. He's a bigger boxer than Dustin Poirier, a faster boxer than Dustin Poirier, but also better combinations, good going forward and going backwards, better head movement in his prime. And people are just putting that together and saying, yeah, Makhachev's cooked. And they're also using this Bilal Muhammad fight to say that JDM was able to defend the takedowns. Bilal couldn't even get it on takedowns. When he did, JDM popped right back up. This is not Bilal. Much better striker, defensively and offensively. Excuse me. And with Islam Makhachev, there is a submission threat that Bilal just doesn't have. There's a reason I use this picture. You get to your knees like you did against Bilal to try to get up and build your base. Now I'm either throwing in my hooks, or here comes the darts or the anaconda choke, which is my favorite choke. I gave a beautiful look to Renato Moicano, one of the best BJJ specialists in the world, especially in the division. And he saw a window that I presented to him, and I locked in my best choke, and I got him out of there. I caught Dustin Poirier in a scramble while trying to defend my wrestling to get back to his feet, build a base, and I got him out of there. There's a different type of submission threat that's coming with Islam Makhachev that Bilal just necessarily doesn't have, and people don't realize how well Bilal did in that fight. It was more competitive than people give it credit for. JDM clearly won. JDM outboxed him. JDM put on a beautiful performance. I'm not here to just say JDM. I'm not trying to knock JDM's performance at all. But you're looking at Bilal. Bilal threw just about the same amount of strikes as JDM. Sorry, I'm rambling over words. I'm stumbling over my words. JDM threw about 350. Bilal threw about 320. JDM landed about 170. I could be a little off. Let's just say 150. Bilal landed 120. It was like that close. It was that close in the striking. There's some 48-47s in here, which I think was 49-46. Damn near could have been 50-45. This fifth round was absolutely insane from JDM, but you saw Bilal getting in JDM's face, pushing him back against the fence, which is somewhere you do not want to be against Islam Makhachev. But Islam Makhachev also isn't as imposing coming forward. I understand that. Islam Makhachev's cool with hanging out against around the side, moving laterally, moving back, being on the back foot. But if he does pressure you and come forward and push you up against that fence, there's going to be a problem, because maybe he doesn't have the same traditional wrestling as Bilal Muhammad, but he has very, very effective takedowns. And when you're on the ground, it's just a different threat. Bilal's control, don't let you get back up to your feet with a couple noogie punches. Islam is smash. Islam is submit. Islam is make this guy give me something. Islam is go to side control, threaten the Kimura. Islam's go mount, make him give his back. You know what I'm saying? Islam is go mount, look for head and arm, get the half guard, look for submissions. Oop, make him think he had, make him scramble. Oop, get a body lock. Oop, go darts, go anaconda. It's just a different threat that people aren't really understanding. Now, I'm going to be honest. This isn't me picking Islam. This isn't me trying to tell you to pick Islam, because right now I'm leaning JDM. That is an official pick, but I'm leaning JDM. But it's different. like Islam got the backpack on Volk. Like Islam can get his backpack on JDM because of the way Craig Jones trains these guys to get up. It's very, very good, but it's very, very good as far as not getting submitted, but you can still give up advantageous positions. And if JDM thinks there's a window and he puts his neck out there real quick trying to scramble and explode, there could be a real fucking problem because Islam, he's going to be cutting less weight. Now, if he's not putting on much muscle, he said that himself. He's having a hard time bulking up, but still cutting less weight. He's going to be a bigger man. He's going to be a stronger man in there. Somewhat. He's going to be well recovered, more recovered. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, bro, people are just thinking JDM's going to bounce around, get taken down, hurry up and get back up, defend all the takedowns, pop, 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 which is very, very true. Very, very true that it could happen, but people just understanding this isn't Bilal Muhammad. This is a bigger man than Bilal Muhammad. This is a better striker offensively and defensively. It's hard to find Islam's chin. It's hard to land on Islam. He's so defensively sound. He's one of the best defensive strikers in the world. JDM's going to have the volume, though. So he might not land with the first and second, but the third and the fourth are going to find a home. So it's a very, very interesting fight. But people are just kind of not writing Islam off, but they're picking JDM because they see he's going to be able to do what Volk did and DP did as a bigger man, as a guy who's more in his prime and be able to. And just slow it down. Just slow it down a bit. Just slow it down a bit because Islam is a huge fucking lightweight. I think he's going to be a natural welterweight. I think welterweight he's going to look good. He's going to have some speed in there. I don't think people understand the threat for real. Like, I don't think it's just wrestle, have to wrestle. Like, he can hold his own on the feet with his defense. He outboxed Dustin Poirier. Now, that Dustin Poirier is not the boxer that JDM is today, but he outboxed Dustin Poirier. He won moments. That's the thing about Islam. If a fight's close, he's going to win those moments. He's going to win the key moments. He's going to secure a key takedown. He's going to secure a key position. And he's going to threaten you with things. He's going to be much more recovered. He's probably going to have better cardio. He's still going to have the lightweight speed, cutting less weight. Islam is really good. Very good timing. Very good kicks. And if JDM starts getting comfortable moving around and then he ends up along that fence, as long as it's out in the open mat, I think JDM will be fine. He might still get taken down, but I think he'll be fine. But it's when you get up the fence, you start playing that game. And Islam, he's going to be looking to finish. He's looking for the finish at all times. Bilal, there's a safety with Bilal. Even though he is putting an insane pace on you, you have to work. There's a bit of a safety because you can work without being paranoid of getting submitted. That's not there with Islam. And that can completely change a fight. And I just want to put that on y'all's minds. I do. Because it feel like y'all forgot. That's all I'm saying. That's all I want to say. I just want to rant a little bit because I think he's being severely underrated in his chances to beat Jack Della Maddalena. And quite frankly, finish him or win a decision. And in the striking. Get in the comments. Let me know what you think. Who y'all picking for the fight? Who y'all leaning right now? Like, comment, subscribe, share this body. I know they enjoyed it like you did. You ain't got to get home. Fuck. You ain't got to go home. So I get up out of here, man.